Hey everybody. It's a seller's market like we've hardly ever seen in Toronto, and it's a frustrating market for buyers. You know, listings are disappearing about twice as quickly as they normally do, and prices are up across the board. Multiple bids, solds over asking, underpricing, general chaos. If you're a buyer in this market, it can drive you crazy. And I feel for you, so I want to give you buyers a little love, but even better, I want to give you 6 key steps that'll help you get that home you want and stay sane in the process. So let's get at it. Hey everybody, Steve Mitchell here, Realtor in Toronto. Thanks for joining me here for 6 steps to buying in a crazy market. If you like what you're learning, click the thumbs up and like button. And if it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and the little bell, and you get notified when I post new stuff. So let's get right at it. 6 steps you need to buy in a crazy market. The first one is get a full mortgage pre-approval. Okay, you've decided you're seriously going to search for a home, and you're like a kid in the candy store. You know, you want to forget all the boring stuff and the financing and the numbers and just get out there and look at places, right? Wow, look at these pictures. Hey, honey, look at this one Steve sent us. Oh, and hey, this one's right around the corner from that favorite restaurant we have, or the school we want for our kids, or that cool area we like to walk in, or whatever. Hey, I want to go look at places too. That's how I learn about what's out there and learn what's right for you. But let's get you a mortgage pre-approval, my friend, and save yourself a lot of chasing around for stuff that might not be in your budget, or looking somewhere under what you could afford. You might be able to afford more than you thought. Either way, you got to do the math first. Sure, we can get together and look at a few places to start, to break the ice, get to know each other. But after that, let's get you a mortgage pre-approval, my friend, before you really start drooling over those granite countertops and heated floors in the ensuite. And not the quickie phone ones where you get a ballpark figure. And no, this is the full meal deal. Discussing with and submitting documentation to a mortgage broker, and I can hook you up with some great brokers, or your current bank if you prefer, where they can turn all that stuff into a complete workup of how much money they're going to give you to buy, outlined in a pre-approval letter with an interest rate, guaranteed for a specific time. And then you can be confident you know what you're doing. Unless you have this kind of cash. A mortgage pre-approval is a must to buy today. Otherwise, you're flying blind, and you can't really submit your offer without a financing condition. Now, you can include the financing condition. I'll never push anybody not to include it, but about 75% of today's buyers are not including it. So that's what you're up against. Okay, number 2 is gather your deposit money. You got to have this cash in the bank unencumbered, because if your offer to buy is accepted, that money's got to go to the seller's brokerage within 24 hours. So I advise putting down as much deposit as you can. It sends sellers a great message that you're serious and you're credit worthy. Okay, it doesn't have to be this much, but at least 10% down helps, more if you can do it. Number 3, budget for your closing costs. Okay, in the city of Toronto, specifically the 416, you've got 2 land transfer tax to account for. And in the rest of Ontario, you've got the 1 land transfer tax. Plus you've got closing costs like a real estate lawyer, moving costs, any new services you got to set up at your new place, insurance. But the only cost you don't have as a buyer is real estate commissions to nice guys like me, because we get paid by the seller. But you should know about all the closing costs you need to have ready, and you need to have that cash ready. The next one, and this is for you out there who aren't first-time buyers coming from a rental, this is the move-up buyer. If you already own a home and you're going to buy first, and that's a whole nother video, buy first versus sell first. There's advantages and disadvantages both ways, but most people are buying first in this market. You got to be conservative and realistic about how much you're going to be able to get for the sale of your current home. Now, I'll work with you to look at all the comparables in your area, really do an in-depth analysis, and we'll come up with a number that is confident. You're pretty confident you can get this for your current home. You don't want to overestimate that and get caught short. If you're a little too conservative and you end up getting more for your current home than you thought you would, best problem to have in the world. You can take that money, believe me, you're going to find a place to put it in the new place, either new furniture or little fix-ups or something, or worst case scenario, you drop it down on your mortgage and get a lower monthly payment by doing a big prepay. What can I tell you? Play it conservative when estimating what you're selling. and how that figures into your new buy. Number 5, recognize the difference between the changeable and the unchangeable in your new home. Decor, landscaping, fixtures, even the number of rooms can be changed in a home with some investment or just elbow grease if you're the DIY type. But size of the lot's position in the block, what the rest of the street looks like, how busy it is, and of course the overall location and schools, they can't be changed. So would you choose a property that's beautiful and turnkey and oh, it's so wonderful, but it's weaker on the unchangeables, or one that needs a little work but has all the other stuff right? Of course not, you wouldn't. Sounds like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many buyers get caught up in cosmetics, many which could be remedied with modest investment. So remember, no amount of spending can move that house to a better lot or a better neighborhood, okay? Just not gonna happen. Okay, and number 6 to wrap it up, keep your chin up. You know, watching homes you love go to another buyer is never fun. It's easy to get discouraged today, but you won't buy by giving up. You need to bid realistically, but you also need to be patient. Your luck will break the right way eventually. You know, sometimes small negatives on an otherwise good home can put off other buyers and you may find yourself the only offer. Or if you act quickly and decisively, you know, you might be able to find something before others really take notice, especially if the pictures are not good or something, but you know, it looks right, you go, you love it. Or you start to look more favorably on that second choice neighborhood you had in mind, or even an entirely new location. And you say, you know what, this is really suitable for us, and guess what? Our money talks louder over here. Then you're going to be more successful. So persistence is key, patience is a virtue. You'll get there. So that wraps up my 6 steps to buying in a crazy market. I hope you found it helpful. Are you in the market right now? Do you plan to be anytime soon? Give me a call. I'd love to hear about your plans and your hopes, your fears, everything. And I'm always happy to answer any general questions you may have about the market as well. Be well, and I'll see you again soon.